We are Philip Philly. 1 in 5 people in Philadelphia face hunger, a number that's only been growing during the pandemic. Food banks have been doing their best to help those in need, but they're still in need of support. As a company, we knew we had to do something to help.
Our company aimed to raise awareness for food insecurity in Philadelphia. Using Shopify to host our website, we created a completely virtual business to prioritize safety during the pandemic. On this website, we sold mugs, stickers, t-shirts, and more, and donated a portion of our profits to Phil Abundance, a charity that provides meals to help families in the Philly area.
How are we going to reach such a large target market from online was a question that was fresh in marketing's mind as we worked through our Philip Philly campaign. With so many products and therefore a very large target market, we wanted to make sure we could reach as many different groups of people as possible. To accomplish this, we created a product that spread awareness all on its own. The logo itself, mentioning Philly and showing the food within, sparks conversation and inspires someone new to begin supporting the movement. We also focused heavily on our Instagram, website, and email campaign, some of which are pictured below.
Supply Chain developed a website using Shopify and Printful where customers can purchase our products on the website and have it shipped to them. This method is called drop shipping. This new idea was not easy for Supply Chain to master at first, but gradually it morphed to become our strength. It's when an order goes from Shopify to a Printful warehouse who makes the product and then ships it out. The virtual company and website allowed for us to reach customers on a national scale. Our initial challenge of an online environment soon became our strength.
This year, the sales team faced the challenge of finding the best way to gather market research and sell our items in a virtual setting. We gathered 40 responses from our market research survey filled out by friends and family to aid in creating and pricing our products. To spread the word about our product, we developed a flexible sales pitch for company members to send to their friends and family. We also spread the word by establishing a social media presence through our Instagram and TikTok account. At first sight, the new virtual environment seemed like a challenge, but eventually came to work to our advantage in helping us reach $1,304.63 in total sales.
There was a huge learning curve for the finance team, going from an in-person payment system to a completely virtual one. Although we faced many challenges, simplifications of our finances was our biggest lesson. We were juggling 4 different platforms as our money was never in one place. Additionally, prior to paying for shipping costs and transaction fees, we reported about $270 in profits. After paying over $100 in shipping fees and the transaction fees, our profits went down to about $90. Had we been more agile, we would have been able to double our profits and increase our average profit per order, which went from $13 to $10 when we started offering free shipping on orders over $50.
Although Philip Philly remained live for only 1 month, we knew we couldn't just end it here. After closing, we continued to post on our Instagram about how to get involved through Phil Abundance. In addition to these posts, the continued use of our products will keep spreading awareness and sparking conversations about hunger. As a company, we recognize that our work to end hunger doesn't end here, and we all hope that the values of Philip Philly will have a lasting legacy. Overall, we learned a lot this year about perseverance and flexibility. It was a difficult process, but knowing that we were helping to feed people in our community made it worthwhile. Thank you. We look forward to your questions.
I can go first if you guys see me. Yeah. So just wanted to say that's a fantastic logo. I very much want a sweatshirt, so I'm gonna have to figure out where I can go to get a sweatshirt. That's really beautiful, and it's a bit of a shame that. So a good thing, bad thing that it's all virtual, right? If you were able to kind of walk around school with that really bright colored logo, I think your sales would have skyrocketed from there. How did you go about identifying kind of this as your product?
I'd like to pass this question to Ella.
Yeah, as a company, we began with a pretty extensive process of brainstorming. We wanted to make sure we really fleshed out what this year's virtual setting would mean for us and whatever product we decide to go with. So after using shared idea boards and speaking through our thoughts with different breakout rooms of people, we ultimately narrowed it down to 3 ideas, which honestly wasn't easy. It was difficult thinking of products that would work online. From there, we decided to pretty extensively weigh the pros and the cons. We did SWOT analyses, and we saw that the biggest pro to Fill Up Philly was how different and unique the idea was. For many of us who had been in JA in previous years, it had always been the same. It was we would buy a product, we would rebrand it, and we would sell it in person. This year was going to be so different. We decided that the best way to meet this new situation we were in was to take our company in a totally different and new direction. So our idea of this marketplace allowed us not only to have one product, but have as many or whatever products we wanted. So instead of focusing as much on the products, we focused on the movement that all of our products would be branded with. So ultimately, there was just so many pros to the idea of Fill Up Philly and the logo and just the idea behind it. And so all the way through, and especially now, we're so happy that we went with that idea.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
Very well done. You gave us so much great information and really gave us so many parts of your thought process. Tell me a little bit, you said something that intrigued me. I like that you did the market research survey. I think that was very important. Reached out to 40 friends and family. And then you talked about a flexible sales pitch. Tell me a little bit what you mean by that.
Yeah, I can pass this question to Ryan.
Yeah, this year, it was definitely really hard to sell, obviously, in a virtual environment. I think that's what every company experienced this year. So by creating a flexible sales pitch, making it maybe a little bit more casual to fit, maybe sending through a text or through a social media message, made it a lot easier to connect with our customers on a less formal basis and to sell our products better.
Adding on to that, we created a template and sent it out to all of our company members, allowing them to sub in their name or include information that they think might appeal to the people that they're reaching out to.
So I'm curious about the production value in the content that you shared. So this presentation itself, Al already mentioned the logo, the image, what you showed from some of the web screen, the screenshots of the web pages. Who did all that work, and how did you, I mean, the creatives are challenging. How did you get all that done?
This year, our marketing department was very diligent, so I'd like to shout out Ella, our VP of Marketing, and also allow her to talk a little bit to how they came up with the ideas.
Yeah, throughout the whole process, we started out knowing that we wanted to be as creative as possible and give every person as much freedom as possible to think of different and new ideas while also staying cohesive. So we definitely worked with a mixture of meeting a lot and also creating a really extensive plan before we even started. So for our Instagram specifically, which is the thing that we decided to put the most effort into, we came up with colors that we wanted to stick to, and we also came up with certain types of posts that we were going to stick to. So we had 4 different types of posts, just an example of like 2 of them. One would focus on our charity, one would focus on the product, stuff like that. And then we kept to those 4 posts each week. And we gave each person, we had 4 people in our marketing team, so each person would take one of those types of posts. So that kept consistency for that type of post. And obviously we shared ideas between each other during like our meeting for JA that week, and also meetings apart from JA, so meetings we had on our own, and just made sure to share ideas and keep everything cohesive.
That's great, thank you.
I don't know if we have more time. Any, from a supply chain perspective, any thoughts on how you may have modified your supply chain if it was not a 100% virtual environment?
Yeah, I'd like to pass this question to Eloise.
Yeah, so great question. If this wasn't an all virtual environment, we'd most likely take more time into like the packaging like looks, because we used a supplier Printful and they had a very structured way that they wanted like their packaging to be sent out. But if we were able to ship the product that Printful gave to us to a hub location and then package it the way we wanted, like maybe with our logo or like a color on our packaging, then I think that would have been a nice additive that we could have done to make our customers just like appreciate the company.
Sure. Great answer, Louise. Thank you. Good job, everyone.
Great job. Thank you.
Great job. Thanks.